The word stole, it can apply to many different situations. All your Christmas gifts being robbed at the age of 5, which actually happened to me by the way. Your bitch getting stolen. Or in Peter Yan's case, the chance to become bantamweight GOAT being robbed off you. If we quickly go back to the year of 2020 and think about Peter Yan and the state of Peter Yan's career, it honestly looks like the guy was in peaches and creamville, okay? Everything looked perfect for him. He was young, 27 years of age, had just won the belt, had just beat a legend in Jose Aldo, and looks like the best fighter in the division by far. With age on his side, the fight gonna go on to be the bantamweight GOAT, no discussions. But sadly for Yan, bad luck and just fucked up circumstances really fucked up his career, to the point where he's still not even recovered 4 years later, over 4 years later. Today, we go over the robbery and the sad state of Peter Yan's career. Peter Egenvich Yan, pardon the butchering of the fucking name, okay, was born February 11th, 1993. Yan was born to a father of mixed Chinese and Georgian Russian descent and a Russian mother. In 6th grade, Yan began training in ITF Taekwondo and often fought in the streets and at the school in his area. So his family often had to move to try and prevent this, but it really didn't work though. Yan's older brother trained in boxing in the city of Dudinka, and Peter wanted to learn how to box too, but his older brother at first refused to take Peter along with him. So Peter, having the urge to fight, being a natural fighter, wanting to do this, decided to sneak and follow his brother to go learn the sport. From then on, Peter went to train in boxing for 8 years and went on to achieve the rank of Master in Sport in boxing in the 64 kg weight category. So, as you can tell, from an early age, fighting was in Yan's blood. Fighting was natural to him, and it seemed like he had all the potential in the world to go into any aspect of combat sports and achieve greatness. Now, obviously, Yan trained in boxing, but he made the decision to go into MMA for whatever reason, okay? Yan debuted in MMA at the Eurasian Fighting Championship in December 2014, where he would win his first ever professional fight by 3rd round knockout over Murad Bakayev, who was also a debutant. In 2015, Yan signed a contract with the Russian promotion Absolute Championship Berkut. He was said to gain many fans after his debut with the promotion, where he fought Brazilian fighter Renato Valam, who at the time already had 26 fights in his MMA career. 1 fight to 26. But Yan won this fight by decision. In Yan's 3rd fight, he fought and beat Karan Uzarayev by 1st round submission in just 47 seconds. And then in his following fight, Yan knocks out Artur Makayev in the 1st round, which is held at Professional Fight Night 10 Russia Cup. So at this point, Yan is 14-0, and he's not even been a professional for a year. Okay, on October 24th, 2015, Yan faced Murad Kalamov and won the fight by unanimous decision, and this got Yan the opportunity to fight Magomedov what a name, for the championship belt in the bantamweight division. But this would be Yan's first loss in his professional career. He'd faced Magomed on 26th of March 2016 in Moscow, and after going all 5 rounds, Magomed won the fight by split decision. However, many felt that Yan had won the fight, including ACB president Markev Kazov, who promised to book a rematch. Although Yan lost, this fight was voted as ACB's best fight of the year in 2016. Now for the rest of Yan's regional career, it was practically perfect. He would stay with ACB and would go on to fucking dominate the place, okay? He'd get a win against Ed Arthur and then rematch Magomed to win the belt there. After getting a defense, Jan was finally picked up by the UFC. And at this point, he had a professional record of 8-1, and if you want to count his amateur MMA fights, he had a record of 10-1. So you've got this guy who's like 24 years old, okay, belting the regional scene, gets signed to the UFC. The future's looking bright, and in Jan's start of his UFC journey, shit was fucking perfect for him. Jan would make his UFC debut on June 23rd, 2018, where he'd win by TKO in the first round. Then after that, he'd get another decision win. Then he'd get another finish against Douglas Silva de Andrade. And then he'd fight a relatively known name in John Dodson, winning a decision once again. Then at this point, he would fight top contender at the time, Jimmy Rivera. And then this was Peter Yan's real coming out party, okay? He'd fight the legend in Uriah Faber, December 14th, 2019. And he'd get one of the nastiest KOs in bantamweight history, okay? Fucking front kicking Uriah Faber out cold. And at this point, Yan was fucking 6-0 in the UFC with 3 finishes, and all the decisions were extremely dominant. This guy needed to get a title shot, and he would get that as the belt was vacant, and he would fight the legendary Jose Aldo. So how would this fight against Jose Aldo go? Well, this fight is one of the, honestly, like the most technical, skilled fights I've personally saw as a fan. I don't rewatch it because I'm a massive Aldo fan and, you know, I wanted him to win. But this fight was so technical, and it was the perfect fight to showcase Peter Yan's skills. And it was extremely even the first 3 rounds. But then Peter Yan really took over in the 4th and 5th. And it got to a point where a mercy stoppage had to be done, okay? There was no fucking mercy. I mean, it was a really late stoppage. It was really bad. But at this point, this is the peak of Peter Yan's career, okay? Everything looked perfect for him. Like I said at the start of this video, man, 27, practically undefeated, only 1 loss, which he avenged. Champion, insanely skilled. Everyone loved his fighting style. But shit was going to get bad from here on out. Now, in Peter Yan's next fight, he'd be fighting Aljamain Sterling. Okay, and this is one of the most unfortunate events in UFC history, because Peter Yan would beat the ever-loving fuck out of Aljo just to illegally knee him and lose his fucking belt. But it's cool, man. It's cool, okay? You know, he lost it. He's going to get it back real quick. He fights Corey Sandhagen, has an absolute fucking war against Corey Sandhagen, okay? Absolutely amazing fight. Beats him, win the interim title. And then he fights Aljo again. You know, fucking massive favourite going into this fight. And he loses. A very close decision that most people think he won. So at this point, you've lost your belt, even though you clearly were better in the fight. And you've lost the decision that most people think you won. But, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, okay, it doesn't end here. You think this is something for fucking Peter Yan right now? You think this is something right now? Well, guess what would happen next? He'd fight the fucking most manufactured superstar in UFC history, Sean O'Malley. Once again, he would lose a decision that 90% of people thought that he won. This one was clearer than the Aljo one. This one was a bad decision. Peter Yan should have won this fight. So at this point, you're 1-3 in your last 4, and you arguably should have won every single one of these fights. And then you have to fight the cancer of MMA, Merab Dvalishvili. This one you actually just get battered in. You just get battered. You just lose. You get beat up. You defend like 40 takedowns, but because my rap shoots 60, you still get took down a bunch. And then you lose. And you've gone, in the space of 2.5 years, you've gone from nearly undefeated 27-0. Not 27-0, I'm retarded. You go near undefeated, 27 years old, champion, to 30 years old, 16-5, and no belt in sight. Now Peter Yan would actually get his first win in nearly 3 years by beating Song Yadong in his comeback fight, and he's fighting Davison Figueiredo this weekend. And this is Peter Yan's real chance to right the wrongs. Okay, he's 31 years old. He's still got time. But Peter Yan really got robbed of a much better career. We'll see if he can pick up the scraps and make something of his career. But it's not looking great. But the chance is still there. We pray for Peter Yan.